Hello.
Hey!
It has been about 3 months since I made one of these, and yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, I went through some crap. One of those things being tossed off of Twitch. So this little hey_bad_karates_on. Forget about it. Nah, no more. Apparently someone reported how I had an old account when I first started about 5 years ago it was just kind of like playing around. It wasn't really a thing. Wasn't taking it serious. And I got banned for showing boobies one time. My blur didn't work, and I was drunk, and I let it ride, and that was dumb. But it wasn't really. I didn't really have a following. I just was kind of goofing around. So when that one got yeeted, I went on to make another one, and then I took that one way more serious. But tough part is somebody reported my old one, and now I am banned again. So apparently, in like 6 months, I can reapply and say, "Hey, I'm sorry," and 50-50 coin flip, they'll say okay, or they'll say nope, try again in another 6 months. Either way, it's for the best. Well, actually, before I get started on that, I know who you are, you bored bitch. Get a goddamn life. Anywho, so in the meantime, in these next 6 months, I'm gonna try to really crank out these movie bukkakes. Oh, by the way, I'm rusty. Hi, I'm bad at karate.
His real name is Joe Marshall.
He is endowed with one of the biggest penises in the world.
And this is movie Bukkake. Anywho, where was I? I just got banned a couple days ago. So just to sort of kick it off, I'm going to do a review of my last video I ever did on that channel. Hopefully not. Probably, but hopefully not. This is 1986's The Stabilizer. I don't know where I came across this one. You know, I'm usually ripping off Movie Melt Podcast. Their link is below. Go follow them. But this time, I don't know. I think I just came across this on Rarelust.com. Go check them out. They have the best curation of free movies in the world. This is one of them. Stabilizer, 1986. It is an Indonesian joint. It is directed by a guy named Ari Zal. One name director. And look at all these damn movies he has produced or directed. Look at all these damn movies he's created. I haven't seen a single one of them except for The Stabilizer. I aim to fix that. I want to fix that. Look at this poster. Look at this poster. Look at these. I don't know what to say about them. They're all crazy looking Indonesian movies. Our main man here, his name is Peter O'Brien. Somebody, when I was watching this the other night, MBR, started typing Rambo. I've used this Rambo clip as a transition before. But I thought it was from just a foreign movie called Rambo, but it's not. It's The Intruder from 1986. Looks wonderful. Maybe that's the next one I'll watch. I'm not real sure, but looks wonderful. I thought he was just saying he looked like Rambo. He is Rambo. It's a Rambo, Indonesian Rambo ripoff. Pretty excited about that. He also has one, Angel of Fury, with what's her tits, Cynthia Rothrock. And that one looks fun. But that's not Ari Zal. That's somebody else. Who is that? Yeah, somebody else. Who cares? He also has one called Crocodile Cage. Look at this. That's pretty cool. Have I even showed the current movie we're talking about supposed to yet? Like how do you beat this? It also stars Craig Gavin as the bad guy. He was also just in this and The Intruder. But also there's one. She's only been in this from what I've seen so far. But this is Jilly Beans. How do you not bring up Jilly Beans? That's the only reason I brought it up. That's just a humdinger of a name. There's a bunch of other Indonesian actors and actresses in it. I don't know them from anything yet. This is a brand new subcategory for me. I gotta dive into this shit. Spoiler alert, I loved this goddamn movie. So, without further ado, let's dive right in.
In order for us to complete the remainder of this operation, we must keep up the element of surprise.
All right, so we start off in a science lab with some dudes working on science stuff. We all know it's going to be drugs. It's a 1980s action movie. Of course, it's going to be drugs. When all of a sudden, blam! Men come a motorcycle gang through the windows. Well, it's just two guys, really. It's not really a full-on gang, and only one of them really has a motorcycle. But they come in so that they can unlock the door. So then another science man can come in through the front door, and he's there for two things:
the narcotic detector and the formula.
Well, three things if you count smashing up the joint. And he's all out of bubblegum.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks.
and he has like a secret button underneath his desk. It's a big red button, and if he kicks it, he has like a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and it starts recording the dudes as they're threatening him with F-bombs.
I'm tired of fucking around with you. Look, it's up to you, Professor. Either I get the detector, or I blow up this fucking laboratory.
He also has a picture of himself right above it, and who knows what that's for. Probably a secret key inside of it, or some sort of, maybe a prophylactic taped to the back. Why would I be assuming prophylactic taped to the back? Because here comes the Broad Squad.
Dad. Dad.
Never mind, it's his daughter. Just in time for a big fiery kaboom. God damn if I don't love this intro. The Punjabi brothers, which is kind of funny. I don't know. I'm not very versed in Indonesian culture, but that just seems kind of funny. Punjabi brothers, right? Right? Yeah, right. I love the blue text over the blue background. Very, very unreadable. And the amazing song. This whole damn soundtrack is a banger. Goodness me. The whole thing. They did it. They did it. I think I've mentioned this before. There's always a little playful xenophobia at foot. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. In fact, it's probably not good. I don't know. But anyways, this is a prime example of that. The ineptitude, it's just a bunch of wacky foreign guys with too much money. It's not necessarily inept per se. Probably. I haven't seen many Indonesian movies. This is a prime example of that. Playful xenophobia. That's a fun phrase. We meet our main guy, I forget his name, Big Perm, and his lady friend.
Hey!
Well, I told you we'd work together again.
I'd like you to meet my partner, Sylvia Nash.
Captain, yes.
Hi.
Pleased to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Man, he is, if I could be so bold, he is the sexiest goddamn boy I have seen in my life. Hands down. Look at his goddamn drip. And as they hop into their car, they notice that these guys are just sort of like hanging out, watching them. And one has the sweetest little earring you ever did see. Very, very cutie pie. Then dumb stupid Debbie over here has the nerve to ask, hey, why is he called the stabilizer?
Listen, Debbie, we're dealing with big leaguers here. The world's best criminals who are completely capable of upsetting the balance between good and evil in the world. As impossible as it seems, what we need is a man with the guts and the ability to restore that balance.
I see. So you need a stabilizer.
Yeah, that's right.
So when the guys start shooting, they then stumble across this dude that's just off the side of the road taking a pee. They slow down just enough for the guy who's in the passenger seat to tumble out and steal the peeing guy's truck.
Hey, wait a minute! Hey, you! My truck, come back!
They run some bicycle dude off the road, and he's got his big-ass thing on his back.
You bastard!
That's pretty funny. So crash the peeing guy's thing. They shoot the dude in the chest. But then he somehow just comes out of the water. Then they start shooting at him. He gets away. I think he gets away. I don't really know, it just kind of stops after that. But then it cuts to some sort of conference where the main guy and then the other gal, she is looking, the other gal, I didn't even recognize her, but look at that drip. She is like a hottie, toddy Ronald McDonald. Then she explains that they know that Rainmaker, the bad guy, is involved in this because he runs the Golden Triangle. And they picked off Golden Triangle earrings from the men that they shot. Again, very sweet. Sweet little things there. We then cut to a zoom in on cleats. These cleats are going to be more prominent later, so take note. Zooms out from these cleats, and you see a guy, and he's having a beer with some wicker furniture in a bathroom. And there's a lady in like a big pyramid, not like Egypt pyramid, but like an Aztec pyramid. In the middle is a little bubble bath. She stands up. She's the hot one. She's not bad. Listen, I'm a mess. She's fine. So then she gets out of the tub. He gives her the old cleats there. He gives her the come hither. She gets up, grabs a ciggy, grabs his little fancy pants microbrewery goblet beer, not goblet, but yeah, it's kind of goblet. Beer drinking smelly glass thing. Pours his beer down her hip. And this gives her a full-on orgasm, I guess. Good form. So old Cleats gets a phone call. And then we cut to like this, like the world's shittiest. It's like a dungeon, but like it looks like the same dungeon as what's the one where the kid bites off his mom's nipples when he becomes a zombie? It's an Italian horror movie. So I guess the scientist dad is down there and he survived the explosion, or they, I don't know, he's just dead. Yeah, I guess he survived the explosion, but he has a little cane now. They threaten to kill him, but instead, the bad guys take one of their own henchmen.
No, please. Victor, help me, please.
The guy who they called joins them downstairs, and he's wearing the cleats. He can't walk for shit in the cleats. As you can see, he's walking down these stairs. He can't walk for shit in the cleats. He's still wearing them. I guess they better come in handy, huh? Wink. Behind him is a Mr. T, Indonesian Mr. T. He's got the gold, he's got the beard and the mohawk, and the jeans, and the back of those jeans have no pockets. I don't know what the hell's going on there. It's fucking... And so to make him talk, they go over to that dude, his own henchman. He uses said cleats to step on his toes, then kick him in the knee. Then at the end, they're like, all right, let him go. And then the henchmen go over to unlock his wrists, and the guy just turns on the machine, and the machine shocks him. And they've got that like cartoony, cheapo, animated electricity, and it fries him up good. And then as it turns out, killing that guy did nothing, and the guy still doesn't want to tell him anything. Who knew? They go back upstairs. Then it cuts to some sort of festival where they have those big face mask things and they're dancing in the street. Get a load of this lizard's sweet little face. What is that, a monitor lizard? Are you looking at his sweet little face? Because the goddamn thing gets eaten.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a part of what you'll see in...
by some crazy Indonesian guy. I don't want to be culturally insensitive. Fuck Indonesia. Why are they doing that? The guy eats the damn thing. By the way, it's all real. He turns it over and just starts eating its guts out of its belly. And it goes on for way too long. It's gross. Here, watch my face as I watch it.
When we present the attraction of debus, it takes a unique talent to perform these acts.
It's gross. It's the worst. Then the two dude protagonists go to a restaurant, and he sits down and goes, 7 years ago, this happened. There was something where he was trying to arrest him or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But to get revenge, Rainmaker, Mr. Cleats, went to his wife's house, did the old nasty to her, forcibly. But as he's doing it, it cuts to this picture. And so it's kind of gross because, you know, he's forcibly putting the spurs to her. But look at this picture. How do you not giggle at that? So after he's done, he's buttoning up his shirt, and it doesn't really show that much, so it's okay. Don't worry. You'll make it. You'll be fine. But after he's finished, he then gives her the cleats right in the baby maker. Does she die? She doesn't die. Hold on a second. Let me see if she dies. Yeah, she's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that, Peter.
That's all right.
So then, at the restaurant, these guys come out and they're showing off the ancient art of debus, something like that. I'll look it up and hopefully put it at the bottom of the screen here. And then the guy comes out, and I guess it's the art of like showing how their skin can't be broken by sharpness. And so a guy comes out and he breaks up a bunch of glass, and then he rolls around in the glass, and his skin's fine. Then another guy comes out, and then he starts with his tongue. And he starts trying to cut his tongue up. He doesn't cut his tongue at all. Then there's another guy who comes out with a machete. Starts cutting his arm. That doesn't cut. So basically, these grifters are just fucking has a bunch of dull bullshit that doesn't actually cut anything. But then one of them's an assassin. He misses him. And they beat him up. And then they put a gun in his mouth, and they're like, you better tell us who your boss is.
Who are you?
You hear a bang, and it looks like they just shot him in the mouth, but it was an assassin from the other side of the room. And then so he runs out, then the two babes they're with run out with their guns, and they start blasting. And then they find on, oh, wait, which way am I looking? And then they find on him a location map, which is a real piece of shit.
This might lead to something. Let's go.
It looks terrible. It's a tiny little handmade map. I giggled. So then they follow the map, I don't know how, to the location. And they're looking around, and so the piece of shit little cardboard smaller map, I don't know, they're actually using that thing to like find the location of a treasure within, not a treasure, I don't know, the fuser or something, I forget what it is. It's like it's like what they're looking for the whole time, I don't remember. But what's more important is that they find barrels of supplies.
Shit! It's baby powder. It's a setup. Don't move!
Supplies! They then take the two dudes, our two protagonists, is hostage, and take them to a little pool party where there's a bunch of broads in bikinis swimming, jumping in pools. When out come the female protagonist, who were spying or something. I don't know. They're there now, and they're here to save the day. They shoot. Why is that thing moving? They shoot you fucker. Yeah, but those gals shoot a guy in the back with an arrow.
Huh?
And he just kind of falls into the pool. You don't even hear anything. You just kind of hear him go, ooh. And then they start kicking and biting. They bite the guy's wrist, and the bikini babes are just kind of like trying to pull him out of the water. I don't know why that's funny to me. They're just like, hey, we'll save you. I don't know. That's what. Then the gardener joins in the fray. He gets foisted by his own petard. The bikini babes don't care about him. They just let him rot. Bikini babes. Well, let me just be frank here. Whenever I cut to a scene, and I'm showing little clips from the fight scene specifically, these fight scenes go on forever. They're like 10 minutes long each time. It's pretty fucking cool. If you like fighting, well, shitty, sort of Indonesian, well, whatever. Now I'm getting too goddamn specific. But if you like fight scenes, this whole movie has like They Live length fight scenes. It's amazing. They escape to the woods and they meet the scientist's daughter.
Move it, guys.
Who I thought was the same gal from the car earlier on, but the American dude is being introduced to her for the first time. So turns out I'm just a big fat racist. And it turns out she was there to kill the guy, but then they kind of spoiled it by being held captive by him, so she actually had to save them. And she has a recording of her father in his lab.
Listen.
I want to be a duck living by the sea, much as I like being me.
This is my father's voice.
She asked them for help. They don't want to.
I'm sorry, Tina. She seems to trust you. See if you can get her to talk.
Okay. Well, she's so beautiful. You don't have to twist my arm.
She's beautiful? Again, I look like shit. However, she is, I don't know, man. Like, to get that hot dude thinks she's like the bee's knees? Not for me. I don't know. She has like a Midwestern mom bod going. Well, then there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that. I mean, you'll see later. The guy takes his shirt off later. I don't know. Maybe he's just, well, like if you like added like a perm and then a Mickey Mouse sweater. Again, I have no room to talk. I look like shit. She then offers them a drink, and it's OJ.
It's okay. Orange is fine.
Really watered down OJ, it looks like. However, this guy doesn't even finish his OJ.
Thanks for everything. See you soon.
What a dick. I know it's gross. Finish your OJ. She offers you a drink. Finish your goddamn OJ. You too.
Why don't we relax?
Why? What's going on with that? Finish your drink, jerks. Then cuts to the American chick taking a shower.
I was just taking a bath.
No, it's a goddamn shower. You see her naked a little bit. You can see like you can see the nipple, but it's like on the side. They do an Austin Powers kind of thing where with the silhouette, all of a sudden her boobies grow like 20 times. It's either that or there's just like some sort of midget holding some sort of like coconuts over his head and right in front of her. I don't know what happened. False, deceptive, not non-genuine, ingenuine, whatever. It's fine. I'm just saying. Johnny shows up and he's hurt. She goes, well, let me see what you got there.
What's that on your back, Johnny?
It then zooms in on his butt crack. Just kidding. This is armpit. Gotcha.
Lie down.
Again, his body's real bad. I don't know. Maybe it's like an Indonesian thing where they just like can't get fit. I'm just saying, it's an action movie and there's one fit person. Actually, the American chick is fit too. You know what? I'm the problem. It's fine. I'm the problem. They then get both freaky and or nasty. He does a weird thing here. Again, could be me. But like, if you're gonna kiss a gal, do you grab her and then you pull her into your face as you lay backwards, or do you lean forward? I don't know. I've never seen that move before. Again, it might be an Indonesian thing and I'm being culturally insensitive. I don't know. It's not how you kiss a gal. Not how you kiss a gal.
10 minutes later.
Like, I'm not saying the gal can't make the first move. I'm not old-fashioned, you know? I like whatever. I don't know, man. You just gotta leaning back to make the first move. It's not how you kiss a gal. Anyways, where was I? Then they make sweet, passionate love, I think. A lot of necking and kissing. It goes on for way too long. Too much necking. Not enough. It then cuts to Cleats. What the hell's his name? Rainwater or whatever. And he's hanging out in his mansion. He goes, I hate that guy. Look how much I hate that guy. And then he shoots that cool painting we saw earlier. He hates him right to the bone.
That hatred goes right to the bone.
We then get this fun scene. And look at what that sexy motherfucker is wearing. He's got the Peg Bundy pants. You got the hair, of course. The hair's a part of it. You don't discredit that hair. And he's got that, like a sexy, what is that, like a mesh? It's not mesh. I don't know, it's a little short tee, a little short button up with the chest exposed. God, that guy's got it going on. Just everything about him. Perfect. The two lead males then lie to each other about getting work done and catching a good night's sleep.
It's fine with me.
What are you doing tonight?
Sleeping. I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks. How about you?
Me too. But I have to stop by the office and pick up a few reports first.
Turns out Mullet is dialing on a rotary phone made entirely of bubblegum. He's calling that gal, the scientist's daughter, the mega babe. And the other guy is, well, let's let him explain.
Huh? I psyched you out. I lied to you too. In fact, I had a date with Sylvia. But that story will have to wait.
They then go down to the docks, or whatever that is. Our old friend, the Lizard King, is back, and he finds himself another lizard, and he eats it. And it's gross. It's less gross this time, because he just bites the head off really quick, and then spits it out, and then like sort of just like eats the neck part. I don't know. That's the last bit of animal cruelty in this movie. So I don't know. If you're not a big fan of that, but you still like shitty movies like this, you should probably still watch it and just like cover your eyes. But like, yeah, I don't know. Could have done with that. That's just me. I spilled beer all over my keyboard just now. This is gonna have to wait till tomorrow to finish, I think. I gotta figure out what to do here. To be continued.
My word, it's a giant hoodoo!
It wasn't that bad. It was bad. I spilled half a beer on my keyboard. I don't know, keyboards are tough. I got this Logitech thing. It's tough, right? It stinks like a brewery in here. Whatever. So keep going. I'm gonna set my beer on the floor from now on. You know, I had a buddy one time that ran his keyboard. This is like a Dell piece of shit. It was like a $10 keyboard, but he spilled a bunch of beer on it, and he heard somewhere that as long as it was unplugged, you can run it through the dishwasher, and it would be okay as long as you let it dry. That did not happen. The protagonists then show up and then just kick that dude's ass and put him in a barrel. So, he's a lizard eater. Fuck that guy. They then go into the docks and everybody's there and they're making cocaine or something. Then they start a big ass fight scene that lasts a very long time. It's like a 15-minute fight scene. It's really cool. I don't know how to describe a fight scene. There's kicking and punching, motorcycles. Here's a bunch of clips from the fight scene. I guess I can do that. the end of the fight scene, he then tries to pick up a shitty plastic fan and it won't lift up. But what he does notice is that the shitty plastic fan then lifts up a little piece of the floor, and then that's their torture dungeon. It's pretty funny. A guy pulls a flamethrower from a locker and starts shooting the flamethrower at the protagonist. And there's this weird flame overlay and then weird cuts to the fire. I don't know, it's cool. I don't know, like this whole movie's cool, but like it looks really shitty. And then they find the father and they release him. They flamethrower everybody on the way out. And what I think, now that I'm looking at it again, what I think they're doing is just like holding up some fire in front of the camera. I don't even think it's an overlay. They then torture a guy for information by throwing him in a barrel. And then putting the barrel in a truck. And then rocking the truck back and forth. It's pretty funny. The father gets shot by a bunch of dudes. The father she already thought was dead, and when she first found him, she was just like, oh! But this time, she really, really lays out like a whinny. Coke barn blows up. The bad guys return to the cave, and turns out Nora, who is the sexy chick in the bathtub, is a federale. She's a goddamn spy. They promptly find her radio. It's like a little two-way radio. They then go to the funeral, and on the way out, what's her name gets pushed into a moving van by a car. You then get this scene, which I'm just gonna let it play.
Victor, do you still remember the method we have of dealing?
Of course I do. First, give them the dope free. And when they become addicts, tell them to sell their wives, daughters, whatever they got.
Victor, you talented bastard.
They then take a speedboat to go save Nora. They then find the gal that turned out to be a spy, and she has a bomb or some sort of safe thing, and it's smushed up right against her tits.
We're friends.
Don't.
Oh my God.
It's effective. They then go in to save Nora. She's all tied up. They get captured, and then they get tied up, and then the guys say, burn down this barn with them tied up. They escape. It's just, I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to talk about this. Last 30 minutes is nothing but action. I'm skipping over like half the movie just because it's action, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. The action scenes are fucking awesome. It's just at a certain point of all this running around, Nora, the gal's girlfriend who was a spy, they start shooting at her. Nora dies, shooting at the other guy. There's then an amazing finale of motorcycles back and forth, and they drag each other for a while. Like the bad guy drags the good guy. Then the good guy gets one over on him, and then he starts dragging the other guy. But he doesn't kill him, and they shove cocaine down his fucking throat, and he gets all high.
Stop it! You bastard! Not good enough for you. Stop!
And then the main protagonist takes his shoe and then puts his cleat on his foot. And so he has one cleated foot and then one non-cleated foot. Same as the other guy. He starts fucking cleating his ass. And then the end is the dude is flying away in a helicopter. The guy is holding onto the helicopter. They push him off. And he starts shooting at the helicopter on his way down, blows up the helicopter from the shots, I guess, and then just lands in the water. Then this is the first time you see the protagonist, the main guy, with his goddamn shirt off. He's ripped. He's glorious looking. That's the first scene, the fucking last 5 minutes of the movie. That's the first scene with his shirt off. Shame, Aziel, Arziel, whatever the hell your name is, the director. And then they walk away.
Do it for God's sake!
I don't know. I know I kind of rushed through the ending there, but it's all action and it's all awesome. This is a 5 out of 5 movie. I really, really, really enjoyed it. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of stupidity. The lizard stuff's gross, but it's wonderful. I'm going to seek out the director, what the hell's his name? Azrael? That can't be right. Did I just make that up? Sounds like the Soul Reaver. And then at the end here, you got this beautiful little montage of all the best scenes. What the hell is this dude's name? Arizal. I'm going to look this son of a bitch up. He's awesome. Anyways, you can find this on Rarelust. You can probably find it on YouTube. I'm not gonna double check, but probably. Stabilizer, 1986. Get it while it's good. Wonderful little movie. If you like Samurai Cop, if you like, I don't fucking know. If you like bad movies, definitely check this one out. Thank you. And good night, I guess. I hope my keyboard isn't destroyed. I love you. Say it back.